What up, everybody? It's been a little bit. We haven't been working on the RS1 lately. We've been riding the Grom lately, but we successfully broke that, so we're gonna work on the RS1 today. Main thing we gotta do here is get these damn A-arms put on there. I've been slacking, haven't even gotten shit off the stock stuff yet, so we're just gonna chintz away at this and see if we can't make it happen. First things first, start taking bolts off and getting all the stuff out of the way. Stay tuned. This buggy here, once it's done, it's gonna be a force to be reckoned with. It's gonna be my personal buggy. We're gonna be riding this sucker. So let's get to it. All right, so we got our trusty dusty 15 millimeter here. We're gonna take this shock off first. And I'm sorry in advance for all the fan noise, guys, but it's super hot in here. We don't have air conditioning just yet, but we're gonna be getting that installed here soon. Taking these brakes off, pretty easy. Just get yourself a 15, and there's two bolts back here that you gotta loosen. Now I've actually already gone and installed the Turbo S brake lines. You can go ahead and skip that part. Now these brakes are actually gonna be they're gonna be used on the next setup. So all we're gonna do is just move these out of the way. Next order of business is to go ahead and remove this top and this lower bolt here. All right, ow. Still can't bend my leg because of the crash. Golly, brother. All right, we got the big dogs out. I ain't playing no more games. All right, so now we'll do is get under here. It's an 18 millimeter, by the way. Now what we got to do is pull this cotter pin out of here, and then we can proceed to taking out the axle nut. That one comes off there. We will be reusing this, so don't throw it away or anything. All right, next step is going to be to remove the upper A-arm. You can kind of do these next few steps in whatever order you want, but I prefer to go from A-arm down. So take off the top A-arm, then you can take off the steering shaft if you'd like, and then we'll pull the axle out. Then we'll pull the bottom A-arm off. Pretty straightforward stuff. 15 millimeter bolts all the way through. Have at it. Now for the fun part, to open pray that the front axle comes out. I don't think it's gonna. Well, shiitake. Let me get this sucker out of here. What up? It's the next day. We're sitting here just chilling. How's it going? Anyways, if you look right here, let me turn this light on. All right, so if you look right here, we went ahead and we put a little dollop of grease in here. I don't see a whole lot of dirt in there, just some corrosion. So we're gonna go ahead and take this nice clean index finger here, and we're just gonna run this dollop all the way around the inside here. Yeah, I don't want this thing sticking in here anymore. Now the last little bit is to get that bottom A-arm off, and then we can go ahead and pull the tie rod off. Room to work here. We had a hell of a time pulling that freaking axle out. Man.
Well, let's get down to business.
Had a lot of people hassling me about my choice to use a jack and no jack stands. You know, I'm not here to provide safety advice. So, you know, however you jack up your machine, That's your problem, man. I put out some videos way back in the day when I first started this page. Talking about safety goggles and stuff. Survival of the fittest. In this world, it's all about survival of the fittest. Like a glove. Well, came off like a glove. All right, so we're here to the tie rod now. This thing, pretty easy, man. If you get your fingers back here underneath this lip, that was easy. And yeah, you can just pull all this stuff back. Now, next thing you're gonna do, I just use a set of channel locks. You can use a big open crescent wrench. There's some flat spots on there for that. I just use a big set of channel locks and make it happen. Look how clean this thing is in there, man. This sucker actually only had 137 miles on it when I bought it, so hopefully the rest of the bike looks like that. All right, so once you got that started and you've broke it loose, you can just rotate this sucker by hand. There we go. All right, y'all, so here's something that I kind of skipped over, didn't really think about, is the fact that I've opened this up now and I still have to drill my holes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cover this up and I'm gonna get to hacking on these holes and opening these suckers up to 12 millimeters. So that's one thing you have to do with the RS1 when you swap over to the Turbo S suspension or long travel or anything like that. A lot of that stuff runs 12 millimeter. And so it's just a simple drill this stuff out. Kind of hard to get into some of these places, but if you're crafty, you can make it happen. So let's get to it. All right, y'all, so we've gone through and we've opened everything up. Now everything's at 12 millimeters. Now the next big step that we got to do is get all of our hardware. So we got a few things we got to get. We got to get our upper A-arm bolts, our lower A-arm bolts, and one thing we need to not forget is there is a frame brace going on this thing. So make sure you do not get stock size bolts. So like, let's say, this is not the bolt that goes in here originally, but let's say you get a bolt that's this long, but your frame brace, once you put your frame brace on and everything else on, now you got no room for your nut. So make sure that you're looking at the hardware that comes with your frame brace and getting bolts that match that. Another thing we got to make sure to do is right here on our shocks, these are 10 millimeter. The A-arms over there are 12 millimeter for the shock mount. So this is a pretty simple solution. I've gone over this a couple different times in the past. What I end up doing is I take a 12 millimeter bushing, okay? I don't really have one handy, but I'll show you on this. And I pull, so we pull out the bushing. And essentially right here, this is 12 millimeter. It just has a 10 millimeter insert into it. So all I do is I take a 12 millimeter bushing and I shave off this this inside piece, just this little collar right here. And then I just kind of press it right up against it. I hold both sides and then I put it down into the shock mount like that. Pretty simple solution for a pretty big problem, because this was a big issue when I first encountered this swap. I really hope you guys enjoy this stuff. This buggy's gonna be a rowdy one. If you guys enjoyed my wife's build, this one's gonna be just like it. Except we might make our own few little adjustments. Now that I've gone through and seen all the things that I'd like to change on hers, I can make those adjustments on mine. So we still got a ton of stuff to do. We still have to get the other side done. I'm gonna do that stuff off camera. Then we've got to get, we got to get the steering wheel changed. We got to get this thing snorkeled. We got to get a whole bunch of stuff taken care of. We got radio equipment to put in, skid plates. We've got rock sliders. Man, the list goes on and on. I still got tires over here I got to mount. Lord knows how much I love doing that. Anyways, I hope you guys come on back. Check out all the next videos I'm going to be doing on this thing. And we got RWP coming up in just a few weeks. I plan on driving it. So, hope you guys are ready. I'm ready. I'm getting motivated. We're shifting gears. Let's get it. Appreciate y'all for watching. Share this stuff with your friends. We'll see you guys next time. Yeah, boy.